Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen and my channel. And today we're going to be cooking some egg rolls. These are just some plain chicken egg rolls. Really simple, really easy recipe that you can follow and make you some good egg rolls. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so we're going to start off by cooking our chicken breast. I cut up 3 chicken breasts for this recipe. Cut up 3 chicken breasts, and I already cut it up like into small pieces, and I seasoned my chicken breasts. Now the seasonings that I used was seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, chili powder, and cumin. I know I use a lot of seasonings, but you could just use whatever you want to season your chicken with. Hey, you can season your chicken however you want to, but that's just what I season my chicken with or whatever. So I'm just gonna start this off by cooking that chicken down. Now for egg rolls, you do want to cook your chicken all the way through, because when you fry your egg rolls, it doesn't take long to fry. So you don't want to like half cook your chicken or not cook your chicken at all and think that just deep frying the egg roll is going to cook the chicken on the inside. It's not. So you want to make sure that you cook the chicken breast all the way through. Okay. Please make sure you do that. Now I do wrap my egg rolls fresh. I don't like pre-wrap them and then freeze them for the next day and take them out and deep fry them. I don't do that because sometimes the egg rolls don't get cooked all the way through, and the inside it still be a little frozen. Okay, so or you have to like cook them for a longer time, then it gets greasy and all of that. So I just fry my egg rolls fresh. Okay, so but just make sure that your chicken is cooked all the way through. All right. And now that we're done with our chicken, we're going to set it off to the side so we can start on our sauce. Okay, we're going to start on our sauce, and then we're going to wrap our egg rolls. So for our sauce, I'm going to use some Sweet Baby Ray's regular barbecue sauce. It can be the honey barbecue, regular barbecue. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I like this sauce, and my family loves it too. I do add a little twist to it. But I love like this with this type of egg roll. I love using this sauce, like this barbecue based sauce with this recipe. Okay, so I'm gonna I added in my Sweet Baby Ray's, and we're gonna simmer it just for a little bit over the stove, right? And so I do add about 2 tablespoons of Chipotle sauce. Now I get the Chipotle sauce in the can, the one that's already like grounded up. I used to get the ones that's like a whole Chipotle, and then I put it in the blender or whatever, but I just ain't feel like doing that extra step for the purpose of this video. So I got the one that was already ready for me. Okay, so I put 2 tablespoons of the Chipotle sauce, and I'm going to add in some honey. I don't measure in my honey. I just put what I think is enough. And I didn't measure my barbecue sauce either, but I think that's about 2 cups of barbecue sauce. If I can remember, it's approximately like 2 cups of barbecue sauce, 2 tablespoons of Chipotle sauce, and some honey. I'm going to say just add some honey, because you can add as much or as little as you want. The 2 tablespoons of the Chipotle sauce is not like super hot. Everyone in my house was able to take the heat, because my mom, she doesn't like really spicy food, and she was able to eat her egg roll with this sauce. Okay, now after I mixed that in, I did add in just a tap of water, not the water down the sauce, but to make it like a little thinner, because as you know, Sweet Baby Ray's is a little thick. It's a thick sauce. So I do like, whenever I have Sweet Baby Ray's sauce and I'm making some barbecue sauce, I always add in a little water, because I just don't like the thickness of Sweet Baby Ray's, but the taste is still there. Okay, but we're just gonna simmer this. I think I simmered this for about 5 minutes. Like on a medium heat, not too long, just for enough for the ingredients to mix in and do this thing. Okay, but I did this sauce. I'm gonna set this sauce to the side so it can cool down, and then we're gonna wrap our egg rolls. So for my filling, I use some Italian style cheese. You can use mozzarella cheese if you want. I use the tricolor coleslaw. I don't use regular lettuce because if you fry lettuce, it's gonna like be, the texture is not gonna be the same. And I got these egg roll wrappers from Walmart. It's actually located in the produce section of Walmart, and then I'm gonna have a cup of water, just to seal in those cracks in the egg rolls. I know some people use egg yolk, but you don't have to use egg yolk. You could just egg yolk. You could just use a cup of water. Okay. Now I want to get into these egg roll wrappers. Now I know some people use one just regular slice of the egg roll wrappers, but I personally feel like it makes the egg roll greasy, and I can tell when someone uses one wrapper versus two. When you use two wrappers, your filling can be like feeling like the egg roll, like I don't know, like it feels like an egg roll, I guess like a big egg roll, like it got a lot of filling in it, and it's gonna make me full, right? Especially when you go to these restaurants or like food trucks or whatever, and you see people that have real big egg rolls. I know they use two wrappers and they got a lot of filling in the inside. Now when the egg rolls be like small, I'll be like, nah, they use one slice of the egg roll wrapper, then I know this is going to be greasy because it's so thin, and you have to deep fry these egg rolls. So I don't know, that's just my personal preference or whatever, guys, but yeah, this is how I do it. And back to the coleslaw. I do use coleslaw because it gives it a nice crunch when you fry them. If you use regular like romaine lettuce, iceberg lettuce, or whatever, when you fry it, it's gonna be like too soggy, and you don't want that. You want to keep the texture of this coleslaw like a crunch. You want to keep that crunch texture on it or whatever. So that's why I use the tricolor coleslaw. And for this water, I put, like before I wrap it, I put water on the edge, so on the edge of the egg roll, so then it can seal. Okay. And then we're just gonna wrap our egg rolls just like a burrito. Just like if you at Chipotle or something and they wrap your burritos, you wrap the egg roll just the same. So you're gonna pull that edge that's closer to you. You're gonna pull it to the front, pull the two sides, and seal it before you wrap the rest of the egg roll. Okay, you want to make sure that you wrap it really, really, really tight, because when you deep fry it, you don't want grease to stay in the inside where your filling is, and then it just becomes too greasy for someone to eat. You don't want that. You want to make sure those ends are sealed, so when you take it out the fryer, it's not greasy on the inside and it's not too greasy on the outside. Okay, but you'll see what I'm talking about once I fry it. rolls, I think, with 3 chicken breasts. And like I said, I do put a lot of filling in mine because I want to be full. Like, I don't eat fries on the side or anything like that. Like, when I cook egg rolls, I just cook egg rolls, okay? All right, so we're heating up our grease, and I test my grease the old-fashioned way. Put some flour in there. My grandma taught me that. Throw some little flour in there. If it bubbles, your grease ready. All right. Now, I know my grease don't look real clear, but I had a mix of not old grease, but grease I used just for a little bit, and then some new grease. If you know, you know. You can reuse grease, okay? It's fine. Debate who you want to debate. So now that our grease is ready, I'm gonna put in our 2 egg rolls. I didn't use my deep fryer because I didn't feel like using a whole bunch of grease. I ain't feel like doing that. So I just put this little pot on of grease or whatever, and then I was like, I'll just do 2 at a time. It's fine. It only take like 5 minutes, maybe less, for some egg rolls to cook. Like, it don't take that long, okay? I didn't coat my egg roll in no egg yolk. I didn't coat it with no flour on the outside. I don't do all of that. I think just frying it how it is fine. Okay, you don't have to do all the extra stuff. If you want to, by any means, do it. But if you don't have time, you want something real easy for you, then just know you don't have to do that extra step of coating the outside to make it extra crunchy. It's going to be crunchy anyways, regardless, okay? So what I do is I like to flip mine sometimes. If it's not stubborn like these 2 egg rolls are, I do like to flip it just to make sure that it's evenly cooks on both sides, okay? Because they float real fast and they don't like to stay down. You can see they're being really stubborn right now. But, yeah. I just make sure I go in and watch it and flip it. Egg rolls is not something that, you put it in the fryer and then you go back in the room and do something else or do something else around the house while it fry, because it fries really fast. So you have to stay to the stove, have to stay in the kitchen and watch your egg rolls, okay? Because you don't want to overdo it. Like I said, it takes like 5 minutes or maybe less to fry some egg rolls. Please don't leave your stove because you'll get some burnt egg rolls. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fry these bad babies up, all 9 egg rolls, and I'll let you guys see how it comes out. All right, guys, now these egg rolls are done. I told y'all my grease wasn't that old. See how it still come out golden and crispy? See, I told y'all you could reuse some grease, but it came out so pretty. So I was really satisfied. I don't put my grease on high. Don't cook your grease on high. You're gonna burn your grease. Okay, start on a medium. If you have to crank it up a little bit, then crank it up just a little bit, but don't cook it on high unless you unless you know what you're doing. Okay, don't. I did that before when I was in college. My first time frying some chicken. Oh my God, I almost burnt down the whole apartment. It was bad. And that grease had burnt up in like 2 seconds. So please don't, please don't put your grease on high if you really don't know what you're doing, or just use a deep fryer. But anyways, yeah, it came out so pretty, and I was really satisfied with the results. So yeah, guys, this was just a really easy recipe to follow. And like I said, you see how it comes out like a fat egg roll. Like, you look like you'll be full, right? It's like, okay, if you're gonna sell egg rolls, this is how I want my egg roll to be, like fat and filling. I don't want no little skinny egg rolls. That's just me. But whatever. If you're gonna charge $20 for some egg rolls, let it be fat like this, please. Please and thank you. But yeah, this is how it turned out. It was so pretty and brown and crispy and golden. I went ahead and cut my egg rolls up. I drizzled my little barbecue sauce on them and put the rest of the sauce in that little saucer right there. And voila, it was so good. The cheese melted perfectly. I didn't put so much cheese in mine because I like a lot of cheese, but sometimes I just don't want a lot of cheese. Put to each his own. But yeah, they were so good, so flavorful, so filling. I almost didn't even finish like the last little bit of egg roll because it was so filling. Okay, I didn't need no side of fries, I didn't need no dessert or nothing like that. It was just right, just perfect. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what next recipe I should try and do a video on. And I'll see you in the next video.